How you doing? How you all doing? It's been a while. It's been a while. I showed my face on the screen, so I'm happy to be here today. And in fact, this one is a new series. Yeah, mental thesis with mercy. Okay, so we've actually been writing. So today I want to make this video actually. So I got the prompting to make this video. You're welcome. My name is Mercy ND Ayofeoluwa. You can also call me Hema. So you're welcome to my YouTube channel. I know that the content here, I'm very sure it will bless your life. So do well to scroll down and watch the videos. Yeah, you can share them with your loved ones. And I pray that the Lord will bless you in Jesus' name. So let's get to it. I want to talk about 8 things that can put you to the risk of having mental illness. Yeah, by the grace of God, I overcame mental illness, majorly depression and anxiety. And of course, that came with a lot of suicide thoughts, with several suicide attempts. Yeah, so the major disorder I had then was fibromyalgia, but by the grace of God, I'm healed. And that is why I'm here today, to share my experience and also to share my thoughts on what is going on these days about mental illness. So come along with me. I know that this video is going to be impactful. Thank you. So recently, I was reading something on social media, and it's a story of a guy telling people to help him that his younger brother of 15 years old is behaving abnormally. And I saw a lot of comments there. It has to be spiritual. Take him to church and all that. Hello. Yeah, seriously, I know everything is spiritual, right? We are spiritual beings. But there's a but. There are some things that we need to take care of. There are some things we need to play our role so that we avoid some things as well. And even if it happens like that, prayer is not the only cure to mental illnesses. Mental illnesses is not just going to church to pray. There's a lot to do. So let's not diverge. Like today, our attention is on the 8th risk, because people believe once you have mental illness, it is spiritual. Your village people are at it. They don't want you to succeed in life. They are after your destiny. I know, right? But it's not just like that. There are other risk factors apart from spiritual factor. I know spirituality is involved, like the case of the man in the Bible. Yeah, the man of the Gadarene that was possessed with legion, the spirit of legion. They attacked him, and he was bruising himself like that. So I understand it can be like that too. There are spiritual cases. But we should not just generalize mental illness, especially Nigerians. Seriously, it's not just spiritual attack that causes mental illnesses. Just like I thought too that it was just spiritual, and I did not attend to myself, you get. So the first thing I'm going to mention here is childhood trauma. And that was what happened to me. Childhood trauma, child abuse, or even neglect when you're young. I've had experience, kind of a talk with a lady that was not with his father, that was not with her mother when she was young. She was in the family house, and people really traumatized her. They neglected her. There was discrimination, and this, affected the child's self-esteem, and she was just withdrawn, and at the end of the day she became so hostile, and that affected her. She later got personality disorder. It was that bad. As I speak now, she's still in it. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, childhood is very important. If you're a parent and you're listening to me, please know that the lives of your children, they are in your hands, because God has committed it to your hands as far as they are here. I know you are in God so that you can take care of them. You need God, but you have a role to play too. whatever happens in your marriage, don't neglect your children. Know that their mental health is in your hands. You have a role to play. Yeah, so that's one major thing, and it affected me too. When you're a child and you pass through a lot of trauma, you don't have the strength, the mental intelligence to handle it at that point. Another thing might be grief. It can put you at mental risk. So it's not just spiritual. If you lost someone that is very precious to you, that you really, you've been together, your loved ones. So grief can cause it, bereavement. It can cause mental illness because it can lead to depression, and depression can lead to suicidal thoughts. And I know that the element of mental illness, suicidal thought is part of it. So you get so. Another thing is poverty or debt when things are not moving well for you. Poverty. No. It cannot be I don't know, overemphasized that poverty can cause mental illness. It happens to me as well. In fact, mine was more than one factor of all the factors I'm mentioning. Mine was more than that. So poverty was part of it, moving here and there, not eating at times, then you don't have good health. So poverty is a major factor too, because it can lead to depression, shame, discrimination, withdrawing from the society, low self-esteem, and all these are accumulating to give you a big blow. So it's also part of it. Another thing is when you have a severe long-term stress. Stress is also part of it. Some people don't know how to handle stress. And stress management is something that we all should look into, because we are in the world now that stress is very, it's very common. It's common to everybody. Everybody's going through one stress or the other. But it's not good for it to be a long-term stress. Either it's your job or it's your family, mental stress, emotional stress, physical stress. You should know how to manage it. Once you're not managing it very well, this can be toxic to your mental health. So stress is also a risk factor to mental illnesses. Another thing here is, of course, health condition. When you have a long-term physical health condition that you're sick and you're not getting well quickly, it can be a terminal disease. It can even be autoimmune disease or any disease that is not just just getting well. It's a chronic pain, or like mine was a chronic pain, widespread body pain. Though I would say that the physical pain was not just as a result of was not the one that majorly caused the mental illness for me. The depression has been there since childhood, so that is it. But when you're sick for a long time, you're not going out, you're bedridden, it's obvious, it's normal. Pardon me, it's normal that you get depressed, which is a major mental illness. So another thing is alcohol or use of drugs. Yeah, though I wasn't into alcohol or use of drugs, not until I was treated for my pain. So what I'm saying is I met a guy who because of the overuse, the abuse of drugs, he got schizophrenia, and it was bad. Yeah, he literally was termed a madman from school, and it affected him. So our youth should avoid alcohol and drug abuse. Don't misuse drugs, please. I'm begging you. If you have this precious life, you have good health, you have good mental health, please don't just do things that will make you put you at risk of having mental illness. Health is wealth. When you have a sound mind, please protect it. You have something good. Even if you don't have money today, sound mind, mental sound mind. When your mind is at peace, there's rest, and your health is okay. It's more than money, guys. It's really more than money. So another thing that is really major here that I want to discuss is family conflict. Family conflict or family disorganization, when things are not organized and the father will do his own, mother will do his own, and you not pay attention to your child. This can even, expose them to being abused, maybe by neighbors or onlookers, anybody. So family conflicts, it's really a major role. Divorce, all this family conflict is a major role. It's playing a major. It puts the children, even any of the couple, any of the parents, at risk of mental illness. Maybe there is disappointment, heartbreak can cause it when you're depressed. See, depression is termed the major code. Oh my god, the major code of mental illness. Do you understand? Code now. Code is something. It's a common code of mental illness. That's depression. It's like if you mention mental illness, you will still see depression in it. That's how depression is. So anything that is associated with depression, please get rid of it. It's a major risk. It can lead to mental illness. So be and that's why the Bible says, be careful for nothing, be anxious for nothing, but in everything, with prayer, with supplication, make your request known unto God. Please do not get worried too much. Worry will not solve a thing, right? Depression will not even make you any better. So why don't you just hand everything over to God to help you? So that's what I have for you today on Mental Thesis with Mercy. I'm sharing the things you should look out for when you're talking about mental illness. It's not just spirituality. Check these factors and make sure that you are not at risk of mental illness, because I want you to be fine. I want your mind to be sound. Even as the Bible tells us that God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. So I pray God will help you to stay safe, to stay strong, and it is well with you in Jesus' name.